Today we will discuss about the long-term regulation of arterial blood pressure, in which the blood pressure is regulated by renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, which maintains the blood pressure by handling of blood volume and the sodium level. Now, let's suppose that due to any reason our blood pressure has been decreased. This decreased blood pressure will lead to decrease in the renal perfusion. This reduced renal perfusion will affect both, that is the afferent arteriole and the efferent arteriole. The baroreceptors present in the afferent arteriole will sense the decreased blood pressure and induce the JG cells to produce renin. Now the effect on the efferent arteriole. This will lead to decrease in filtration of the blood, which will lead to the decrease in GFR. This reduced GFR will lead to slow movement of luminal fluid. Due to this slow movement of luminal fluid, there will be increased contact time between the luminal fluid and the epithelial cells, due to which there will be increased reabsorption of sodium ion in the proximal tubule. It will lead to less delivery of sodium ion in the DCT. Now, this reduced quantity of sodium ion in DCT will lead to the activation of macula densa, which will produce more amount of renin. And as we know that the reduction in blood pressure also induces the sympathetic nervous system to increase the release of epinephrine, the receptor of which are present on the JG cells, which increase the secretion of more amount of renin. The increased amount of renin goes into the blood vessel and converts the angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. This angiotensinogen is already present in the blood vessel, which is secreted by the liver. Now this angiotensin 1 is converted into angiotensin 2 in the lungs. This conversion is catalyzed by an enzyme known as angiotensin converting enzyme. This enzyme is produced by the epithelial cells lining of the microcirculation of pulmonary system. So now we will talk about the various functions of angiotensin 2. The GQ receptors of angiotensin 2 present on the blood vessels after binding of angiotensin 2 causes vasoconstriction, which increases the blood pressure. It also stimulates the hypothalamus, where the thirst center is present, to increase the blood pressure by increasing the volume. Receptors of angiotensin 2 are also present at the nerve endings. After binding with these receptors, it stimulates the more production of norepinephrine. And the most important function is that it induces the production of aldosterone from zona glomerulosa. So now what happens that this aldosterone goes to the principal cells present on the collecting duct, where it induces the reabsorption of sodium ion and secretion of potassium ion, which also retain water, which increases the volume, so the blood pressure rises. Now the another functions of angiotensin 2 at proximal tubule, it increases the activity of sodium hydrogen exchange channel, due to which there is increased reabsorption of sodium ion and also the bicarbonate ion. And at efferent arterioles, the angiotensin 2 causes vasoconstriction, which increases the filtration. So now with this we can appreciate that the RAS regulate the blood pressure by altering the sodium ion level and the blood volume.